Kasey Black out of Kentucky Zone Wrestling is joining me right now. Hello. I'm good. I'm good. I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Truly appreciate it. Kentucky Zone Wrestling is your home. You represent them. They've been at the Bluegrass Fair last week, and you and the rest of the roster will be there tomorrow. Their time is at 8 o'clock, and it is a free show if you pay the general admission. So if you're in the Lexington area, go check that out. Considering that it's very rare that KCW comes anywhere near Lexington, because some said that's a long drive. Uh, so if you missed last week, here's your last chance. Go check them out at the Bluegrass Fair. I'll start off with you, Miss Black. What made you decide to be a wrestler?
Well, I know a lot of people say that they just always watched it as a kid and loved it, and that's true for me. But I really didn't want to become a wrestler until probably a couple years ago when I met a friend of mine, which is now my husband, and he just kind of engrossed me in wrestling, and now it's just life. I love it. I breathe it, eat it, sleep it. Wrestling, I love it.
So, I've KCW for years now, and the last time I've been prior to the Bluegrass Fair was when they were at Danville, Kentucky, and I've been friends with Michelle Myers for throughout the years. So I'm just getting caught up of the new faces. And you one of the new faces that I see as of last week. How did you end up being a part of Kentucky Zone Wrestling?
Well, a lot of it just came down to I needed a home and I needed a place that I could train consistently to be my best. And they took me in, and now I'm one of the bombshells, and it's such a blessing to be there and to be able to, represent KZW. I love them.
So I want to talk about this team that you're a part of. And last Friday at the Bluegrass Fair, and this was prior to the show that has happened, there was a confrontation between your team, and Lady Inferno, Fiji, among others. And it's pretty apparent that there's been a rivalry between your team, and Lady Inferno Company. So what exactly, for people that hasn't keep up with KCW for a while, what's going on with this rivalry between both teams?
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to I do not care for Lady Inferno, and I love everyone, but she just uses the nastiest tactics she can think of, and she uses her little, I guess she calls them monsters or whatever, Fiji and that wolf-looking guy that's trying to look like Crash Jackson, and she doesn't fight fair. So that started, it's been months ago, and I guess we're just Controlled Chaos is trying to end it, to finish it.
And after the match that had happened last week, when your team picked up the victory, but it's pretty clear that Lady Inferno and Company, they're not going to take that line down. They're going to want some revenge, and y'all most likely will run into each other at the Bluegrass Fair tomorrow night. So if you want to see the fallout from all of that, you can go to the Bluegrass Fair this Friday, and you could enjoy some good rides and some food and some drinks while you're at it. But make sure you go to the KCW show first. Make sure you go there. If you got plenty of time to go beforehand, go to the rides. But make sure you are at your seat before 8 o'clock. Their time is at 8 o'clock. And so for the Bombshell division that you are part of, there's you, there's Inferno, there's Venus, there's Michelle. What's your thoughts on the Bombshell division as it is right now? And do you see yourself in the hunt for the championship?
We've got a pretty strong division. You know, most promotions don't even have women's divisions, so I think that's great for KZW. But as far as, you know, wanting to be a champion, I think anybody who says they don't want to be a champion is just fibbing. They're completely lying to you. I would love to have that belt. I think that the KZW fans want a good champion. And, you know, the competition, it's tough. You know, Michelle, you know, I have mad respect for her. She is a tough lady. And as far as the rest of them, you know, they're tough too, but maybe Inferno and her tactics will get in the way. But, I mean, I guess all we can say is we'll see what happens. I'm excited for challenges. I love a good challenge. So.
Now, as far as, you know, women wrestlers, who do you consider your that you looked up to, those that inspire you to become a wrestler?
I would have to say my number one is probably Beth Phoenix. I really like her style, and I think she's a stand-up gal from what I've seen. I've never met her. Love to meet her. Maybe she could, you know, teach me some things. And then there's a few ladies on the indie circuit that I have my eye on that are, you know, girls I look up to, or women, I should say. But yeah, I think Beth really intrigued me and kind of got me super interested.
Speaking of, you know, woman in the independent circuit, you know, there's been a lot of talk about this for some time. The Mae Young Classic, you know, they revealed the 32 participants that's going to be in this tournament. They did the tapings of the first few episodes, I think, this past weekend. Have you had a chance to take a look at the 32 participants? And if so, who are you rooting for to win the Mae Young Classic?
Oh my gosh, you know, I've not got to look a whole lot at it because I'm super busy with, you know, life and wrestling and all the fun stuff that Kasey Black does. But that's such an awesome lineup. I don't even want to say that, you know, there's one particular that I'm rooting for, because that is a lot of crazy talent. So yeah, I don't think I even want to touch that one.
I get you. You know, there's a versatile of talent that's on there. Obviously, you're gonna have your NXT developmental talent there that's looking, you know, to showcase them talents. And then you got woman that's been putting the work in the indies for many years. And this is another big step for WWE's Women's Revolution that's been going on for a couple years now. And that woman wrestling in WWE is worth watching, it's worth looking at. And you have people that, you know, that can wrestle, and now you got 32 women. Look what's going on in the main roster. It's like, that's what I want to be. I want to be in that competition. I want to face Charlotte or Becky or Bayley or Sasha or Alyssa or so forth. I want to face those girls. I want to be right there. So, this Mae Young Classic definitely has a lot of promise, and I look forward to see the brackets to see who's going to face who in the first round and who could end up facing each other down the road. That's probably the next thing I'm looking forward to. Um, so KZW recently celebrated its 10-year anniversary show, and I asked Michelle of her favorite moments in KCW, and I'll ask you the same. What are some? Are there any some of your favorite KCW moments, whether it involves you or involves someone else in particular that stands out to you?
I think we have some good moments. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make the 10th anniversary show due to an injury that they wouldn't let me into the match. So I had to take a trip to New Jersey. As far as good moments, I don't know if this was necessarily a good moment, but it was a fun and a funny moment was when we did a Christmas Jello match. That's probably that stands out to me just because of how hilarious it was. But I mean, we have great moments at KZW, and I just urge people, if you've not seen a KZW show, to come out to the fair. Come to Somerset. We'd love to have you. Love to see you. Give out a hug, glittery kiss on the cheek. So yeah, we have good moments.
So in addition to the Bluegrass Fair this Friday, what are some upcoming KZW shows out there that people need to keep an eye on?
I think we have a show August 5th. I want to say it's at Shotville, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's something to definitely look out for. We're at Shotville, I think, like once or twice a month on Saturdays, and just I urge people to look on the wrestling website at dates and come see us.
All right, and there is going to be a show September the 9th, and they're going to have the Hall of Fame show, I think that is, and Cage Fury is the name of the show, so make sure you check that out, and to see who gets inducted and those who have contributed to KCW throughout the years. And Kasey, I want to thank you for being on the show. Truly appreciate it. I want to thank Kentucky's Own Wrestling for the support. Shout out to Michelle Myers for arranging these interviews in the last couple of weeks. And I got the pictures with Michelle, Violet, and Inferno. And I'd like to get a picture with you at some point of the show tomorrow if we can make that happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, but again, thank you for being on. Continued success. And I'll see you tomorrow night at the Bluegrass Fair.
All right. I look forward to seeing you, too. Thank you so much. I'm blowing a glittery kiss at you. You just can't see it.
I'll definitely see it up close tomorrow for sure, too.
Absolutely.
You have a good night.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Kasey Black.